Welcome back to our Safety Around Water virtual swim lesson series. This is Lesson 5. In our introduction video, we talked about an overview of the Swim Basics skill continuum, where we are building toward 2 key swim skill sequences. In Lesson 1, we talked about the first step in the continuum you can see at the bottom, being comfortable with submersion of the face and body. From there, we've been discussing skills to help children develop comfort swimming on the front and back in Lessons 2 through 5. In Lessons 1 through 4, the swim skills we focused on were submerging the face and body, the front glide, back float, and the front float. For family water safety tips, we talked about the importance of asking permission before we get in the water and making sure an adult is always actively supervising us while we're swimming. Keep reinforcing this expectation with your children anytime they're in or around the water. We also talked about ways to talk with your child about calling for help, where to find training for CPR skills, life jackets, how to make sure they fit properly and when a child should wear them, and some boating safety tips. In today's lesson, we'll talk about the final 2 skills we need before moving into the jump, push, turn, and grab and swim, float, swim skill sequences, rolling from front to back and exiting the water safely. For family water safety tips, we'll discuss safe swim areas. We touched on rolling briefly in our front float skill video, but let's expand on that more today. With the roll, students will develop further control of their buoyancy and balance as they build the ability to change position in the water and find that balance again. Rolling from the front float or glide position to a back float or glide position will keep the body horizontal in the water, minimizing resistance. This will also lay a groundwork for the development of rotary breathing and future skill development when a child is ready to move from survival swimming to learning a front crawl. Here is an outline of the normal progression of ability we would see in a beginner as they're learning how to roll. In the beginning, we would assist that swimmer, holding onto them near the shoulders as we roll them from front to back to help them feel that side-to-side movement. Eventually, we'd like to see them being able to roll from front float to back float on their own, and then being able to roll from swimming on the front to swimming on the back and back again in stage 3. Here are some games you could play with your children while encouraging them to roll from the back float to the front float. If you've had kids in swim lessons before, they probably would know the I'm a Little Pancake song. We would sing to the tune of I'm a little teapot, I'm a little pancake on my back, I'm a little pancake, nice and flat. When we sing that, the body usually floats a little bit better into that back float position. I'm a little pancake on my back, flip me over, holding them face down in the water for a moment, and flip me back, encouraging them to find that back float again. Finally, all students should know how to exit the water safely. If there's not a ladder or shallow entrance nearby that a child could walk out of, they can be taught to climb out using a wall. Very young children will need your assistance learning this sequence. We encourage children to climb out using elbow, elbow, tummy, knee. Now let's talk about some family water safety tips. When we talk with kids about this, we ask them to list things that could be dangerous in the pool. One of the first things we'd like to hear is that it's dangerous to swim without an adult present. We really want to reinforce with our kids that an adult should always be actively supervising them anytime they're in the water. Some other things that kids could be aware of are broken glass, cloudy water, the dangers of diving into shallow water, and pool drains. We also like to ask our kids if they can think of anything that they could do to help keep themselves safe or a friend safe in a backyard pool. Again, they should know that they should not swim without permission and without adult supervision. They should ask an adult for help if they want something in or around the pool. They should be aware of keeping their hands, feet, fingers, and toes away from any openings in the pool, such as grates. They also should know that it's not safe to play in hot tubs or whirlpools. We touched on pool drains earlier, but let's elaborate on that now. Pool drains pull water into the pool's filtration system so it can be cleaned and returned to the pool. Pool drains could be dangerous because a swimmer could get stuck on a drain in deep water and not be able to get to the surface. We teach children that they should never play or swim around pool drains, and they should not swim in a pool that is missing drain covers. While pool drain covers are federally regulated and should be safe in most public pools, we never know when a pool might have incompliant or dangerous drain covers, so it's best to teach children to always avoid them. Thank you again for joining us for this virtual swim lesson. We have lessons 1 through 4 posted on our Facebook and YouTube pages, and lessons 6 and 7 will come out in the next week. We'll see you soon.